People deconstruct or break down an argument into such small component parts out of context that they no longer bear relation to the original argument. A case in point. I can argue that this is a pencil. Now you can take it and grind it and then tell me that this is not a pencil. Well, no. But what have you proved? Other than the fact that you are a pedantic asshole.
Just like he11sing does with certain YouTube videos. You know how you tried to accuse him of attacking all YouTube partners despite this obvious message? Yeah, you dissected his video out of context so you could lie about it. Try to be less obvious with your lies, he11sing. You also seem to be butthurt for another completely irrational reason. That you actually think he would go in, find some troll account called JetDroidMonkey, find out who's in on it, and find some obscure video attacking him that almost nobody knew about. 1,200 views is nothing, trust me. And then make a video just to bash the makers of it? Your ego is actually larger than your body, and I didn't even think that was possible. No, he was attacking YouTube partners other than yourself, you egotistical prick. One of which actually bitched when the YouTube blackout was coming because he was scared of losing partner revenue. His name is Anasan. And obviously he was attacking this guy as well as he showed his face in his video. That's still not you, just in case you were wondering, he11sing. And yes, he didn't notice that you don't make money. But not everybody knows that there are partners that don't make money, he11sing. If you weren't so fucking egocentric, you might have had an open enough mind to realize that. And what's really funny is when you bitch to me in private message that I should have asked you, well, maybe you should have asked us. Had you done so, you might have just learned something. We are not morons who just follow the herd. The reason why we follow Real Weekly News is because he's a popular user who realizes what we've been experiencing. The view counter messing up because YouTube wanted to change things on us. They don't care that it's affecting us negatively. The bulletins, all sorts of other stuff, you know, that we've been feeling the effects of on the low ends. You have it because you have a higher viewership. And I don't have a problem with the fact that you can't possibly have known it. What I have a problem with is the fact that you assume for us when you can't possibly know. So no, we're not following him because we're blind followers. We're following him because he's saying what we know to be true, you idiot. And you also seem to fail at interpreting the herd mentality while we're on the subject. You seem to think that telling people to share your videos and spread the word and do something about it is the herd mentality. No, what the herd mentality is, he11sing, is when people like yourself know they've got blind followers who will blindly believe whatever they say and bash people to watch their blind followers go and attack them, which you do. Now, I don't know if Real Weekly News does that or not. I don't think he does, but I'm not going to deny the possibility because unlike you, I'm not a stubborn-minded prick who can't admit that, you know, there might be some wrong on my side of things. And I can understand why you don't like to admit being wrong. Because people like yourself bash people like Real Weekly News when they admit to being wrong about something. Like, say, I don't know, admitting that the changes weren't as drastic as he thought they were. Yeah, he admitted that. And it's funny because you bashed him for it and made fun of him and ridiculed him. So yeah, I can understand you not wanting to admit being wrong there. Eh, he11sing? And while we're on that subject, yes, Dark Mario did admit to something you told me about in PM that he told me not to discuss publicly, but you admitted that him criticizing your weight, which was a criticism, was part of your reason for blocking him. So you're still a hypocrite for that, dude. Seriously, what's so hard about understanding the possibility that someone who makes money on videos, fearing people leaving YouTube, and wanting to smear campaign somebody who he fears might make people leave YouTube and thus make him lose partner revenue? What's so hard about assuming that is a possibility? I know it's possible that it's not necessarily true, but you're acting like it's not possible at all. And you're wrong. Plain and simple, you're wrong. And for the record, I don't blame them for not wanting to lose their partner revenue, but at the same time, they should at least give us a little consideration and try to be civil and consider the fact that maybe we just don't like being shut out. And yes, no one's saying that YouTube doesn't have the right to do what it wants. We're not stupid, you know, even though you keep saying that. We just want to spread the word and encourage other people to go with other sites with us so that we can get our videos seen over there when those sites get more traffic. Which is kind of funny. You mentioned all we have to do is leave, but you actually agree with us. And you don't even know it. You're just so busy having your large ego scratched up by Real Weekly News and pitching a fit about it that you don't even bother to see the facts. Or you'd realize that you don't totally disagree in the first place. And I'd also like to know how this is somehow a conspiracy theory that Google wants to make more money by drawing attention to Disney, who might just pay them for it. I'm not saying it's necessarily true. Maybe it's just a coincidence that Jonas Brothers and some others have been coming to YouTube and drawing traffic away from other users. Maybe it's just a coincidence. But you're telling me that Google wanting to make money is a conspiracy theory? No. Just no. I'm sorry, it's not. You really just need to think this shit through. Conspiracy theories have no evidence for them. The idea that Google is trying to make more money by selling out to Disney does at least have some evidence for it, whether it's true or not. And in fact, Real Weekly News always uses evidence in his claims. You do not. Also, where did he say that YouTube was gone? Could you point that out? I've heard him say YouTube as we know it is gone. The YouTube we used to like was gone. I never heard him say YouTube was gone or going away. I've heard him say the things we like about YouTube, or the YouTube we grew to love, would be going away, and stuff like that. Maybe you should, I don't know, back it up with proof for a change, you know, that stuff you don't ever use. Oh, and speaking of change, I like how you use the double definition of, change and, change in general, fearing change in general versus fearing a specific change. I really like how you use the double definition there, and you're ignoring that. He said to fear specific changes here, which he gave legitimate reasons for. And of course, he never used the word fear. But he does say that we should be worried about certain changes. Yes, not change in general. That's the thing that you seem to be deliberately smearing, he11sing. It's also extremely funny how you nitpick the hell out of this guy, like how his voice sounds and all that. You know, after you just got done bitching out the Dragon Ball Z fanboys for nitpicking Dragon Ball Evolution, which their nitpicks are legitimate, by the way, because it has to do with how the movie doesn't look anything like the series. Not that I care about Dragon Ball, but still. I also noticed that the guy who plagiarized the Yako character from Animaniacs was posting your video instead of you. Interesting. Are you too chicken shit to post a video on your own channel, he11sing? That's really rather funny. And using a plagiarist who stole a character from Warner Brothers. Man, that just doesn't look well on you, he11sing. And one final point. You accused the Real Weekly News of staying in his basement all the time. Now, I'm not going to say he does or doesn't. I'm not him. I don't know. But you are a fat 26-year-old virgin living in your parents' basement, and you've really got no right to talk. At least if he stays in his basement all the time, he can claim that he owns the basement he stays in. You can only claim that you own the 20-sided dice and the D&D manuals within the basement you stay in. So don't go there. It won't bode well for you.